Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is DJ Vinyl Vertigo, and you are entering DJ Vinyl Vertigo's Chaka Files, and this is the Chaka Files number 17. And I must start out by saying I apologize because I made a boo boo. I did a boo boo. I skipped a record. I should have talked about this record well before the live album, before I Feel For You, Rufus Live, Feel For You and all that. This came before all that, before CK even. This record is probably, and I don't know how I overlooked this or skipped it or mixed it up in time, but I apologize for that once again. But this record is probably one of my favorites, if not my most favorite Shaka Khan album of all time. In my opinion, I think it's a perfect album. And some people may disagree with me, but I think it's a fantastic record. It shows her at her vocal prowess best. It shows Arif Mardin as his producing best. Some of the best musicians around are on this record, and it's just such a perfect album. It wasn't as popular as I Feel For You in terms of Billboard stats, but it did win a Grammy for one of the songs. There were two singles off this record, and it's just beautiful inside and out. Even the cover's gorgeous. So let's not waste any more time. All you Shaka aficionados know exactly what I'm talking about because you're probably saying, why didn't he talk about this record? It's simply called Shaka Khan. I know. Those who know. Okay. This is a phenomenal record. This is Shaka looking at her best, looking so good, looking so clear, and so wonderful. This album did not come out on CD at the time. It came out only on vinyl. And in fact, I don't think it was ever really released in the United States on CD. You could only get it as an import. I got my CD as a Japanese import. This record was so hard to find on CD, and I remember actually calling Warner Brothers and saying I called their offices in LA and I said, "What is going on? Why have you not put?" This when CDs were really hot. I said, "Why have you not put this record out on CD? What the hell?" And he goes, "Well, we're not getting enough. We get enough requests for it." I said, "I'm requesting it." Well, it never did in the United States. It got distributed in Europe and also, especially in Asia and especially in Japan. So that's where I got mine from. Anyway, this album was 1982. Um, this was produced by Arif Mardin, of course. He knew exactly what to do with Chaka. And this was the photography is incredible. This is a black and white photograph by Federico Scavullo. Incredible fashion photographer, personality photographer, just a great portraiture photographer. And he did an excellent job on this record. And of course, the back is the same as the front. Inside, it's the same thing. So it's just an amazing record. I have to say, there's not a bad song on this record, in my opinion. And I'm talking for me. So anybody else out there has a different idea, I don't care. I think this is a great record. Um, and I think most people would agree. It's one of her best. Um, let's just talk about the people who are on this record. And I'm not gonna give you the full roster, but I'm gonna give you just an idea of who's on this record. Michael Brecker on alto sax, Robbie Buchanan on keys, Hiram Bullock on guitar, Steve Ferrone on drums, Joe Henderson on tenor sax, Anthony Jackson on bass. Okay, I'm skipping around. Rick James on vocals. He does a duet with her on this record, and it's a great duet. Um, Kenny Kosek on fiddle, and I'll tell you why later on. On fiddle, she's got fiddle on this record. Will Lee on backing vocals and bass. Will Lee from the Brecker Brothers and other entities. Incredible. He's an incredible singer on his own. Mark Stevens on vocals. Mark Stevens is Shaka Khan's brother. And Hamish Stewart from Average White Band, backing vocals as well. Unbelievable cast of characters, and I'm only skimming the surface on that. Okay? There's all kinds of percussionists and just so many people. 2 singles came off this record. The first one was Got to Be There, which is a Michael Jackson tune from 1971. It was a big hit for him at that time, but became a huge hit for Chaka Khan in 1982, 11 years later. Huge. That was on the radio constantly. People knew that song. People knew her singing it, hitting the high notes, just doing a beautiful job of it, doing her way of doing it. It's a little more guttural. It's a little bit more adult because Michael sang it as a child, so it has a different feel. So it just has a different feel. But the first song on side A is the second single from the record. There's only 2 singles, so the second single is Tearing It Up. Tearing It Up was a huge club in New York. I can only speak for where I live. In New York City, huge dance floor filler, huge dance club song. Remixes done by Larry Levan. I mean, come on. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. You know what I mean? I'm excited because this is a great record, and I can't believe that I didn't talk about this record. Amazing. Tearing It Up. It starts off with and the drums and the guitar and all this. It's really keyboards playing like a guitar part, and then you hear Shaka go, I'm not going to do it, but she goes, ah! She does this great wail, and she just holds it and holds it and holds it, and you're coming. That's how the record starts. Shaka always knew how to start. She's like, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it, and she does tearing it up. Amazing. I'm gonna make you love me if it's the last thing I know. I'm gonna make you wish that there were 2 of you. I mean, think of that. Just a side note, I saw Chaka Khan in concert. I've seen her many times, but I saw her in concert. She did a show at where Larry Levan's house, which is basically the Paradise Garage in New York City. There was a big after-hours club that was open to every walk of life was in there. Gay, straight, black, white, Puerto Rican, drag queens, whatever. Everybody was in. Rockers, punkers, everybody used to go to this club because it was the club that had the best DJs with the best mixes, the best sound, and it was open till the next day, and most people stayed all night long to the next morning. It was one of the it was when you knew when you were going to the garage, you were going to be there, you were going to spend some time there, and you were going to dance your butt off, and you're going to leave a couple of pounds on the floor. That's how great that club was. It was incredible. It has a lot of history with some of the best DJs, some of the greatest performances. I've seen Grace Jones there. I've seen so many people there. But Chaka Khan had this red, sparkly, chiffon type dress with all the sequins all over it, and it was one of those dresses that, I mean, we couldn't tell, but I guess it was designed to be torn. And she, at the middle of the song, and I was right up front, in the middle of the song, where the break comes in, she jumps into. She actually crowd surfs. I've never seen a soul singer, a funk singer, a female vocalist jump into the crowd and crowd surf. She crowd surfed with high heels on and a gown, okay? And she was telling us, I was one of the people holding her. She said, "Rip this dress off me," and she meant it. She goes, "Rip it." She was ripping it herself. She had a leotard on underneath it, of course, red. Okay, I still have a piece of that gown. I still, to this day, have a piece. I wish I had prepared and had it out. I have it wrapped up somewhere, and I want to put it. I've been telling myself to put it in a frame. Put it in a frame. I got to put it in a frame before I lose it. I have a swatch of Chaka Khan's Tearing It Up gown from Paradise Garage. I have it to this day. It has sequins on it and everything. Love it. I mean, I sound like a stalker, but she asked us to do this. Anyway, so yeah, that's a little side note on that. Great tune, Tearing It Up. Then the next song is Slow Dancing. Beautiful tune. And that's a tune that she does with the funk man himself, Rick James. And I don't need to tell you anything else about that. It's a sexy song. It's a mid-tempo tune. It's a slow funk tune. Slow dancing. They're. It's like they were meant to sing together. I mean, she screams and he screams, and they just kind of just call and answer, and it's beautifully done. It's very funky, and it's right up his alley. I mean, Rick James used to tear it up with Tina Marie, and he did the same with Chaka on this one tune. The next tune, Chaka jumps into a little country called Best in the West. It's a very corny country song, and it starts out with this fake, kind of cartoonish gunshot that sounds like it ricocheted off. It's like, pew! That's what I was like. And then the fiddle comes in. Dun, 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 dun. So that's, who plays the fiddle on that? Kenny Cossack does the fiddle on that. It has this fiddle, and she adapts a countrified accent with singing the vocal, and it's really like a dance song. It has a dance beat, but it's very country. Best in the West. It's really good. It's really fun. It's a fun song. And then the first side one ends with the first single, which was "Got to Be There." Very dramatic, very epic. Really, really. Just a very epic sounding, in your face, incredible guttural vocal on that. That's how she ends the first side. Ethereal. It's just beautifully done. Then she goes. There's not a lot of songs on this record, and it's just short and sweet and beautiful. It's just incredible. Side 2, of course, Chaka Khan has to show that she's got her jazz chops in order, and she did it really well. She's done it really well every time, but this to me is the apex of Chaka Khan showing her jazz chops. It's a long piece called Bebop Medley, and it is that. She does the songs Hot House, East of Suez, Come On Sailor, Epistrophe, which is a monk tune I want to play, Yardbird Suite, Con Alma, and Giant Steps, Coltrane. Okay, she goes through the whole thing, and it's just unbelievably incredible. So I have to say, she does all the vocals on this. It's all her. The vocals are arranged by... Who does the vocal arrangements on this one? Vocal arrangements by Chaka Khan and Arif together. She does special lyrics for the songs. And that's the song that Joe Henderson does the tenor sax on East of Suez part of it. So that's where he comes in. Bob Christensen does incredible vocoder and additional synthesizers on Con Alma. Bobby Buchanan's on electric piano on this. Hiram is on guitar, Hiram Bullock, and Willie plays bass on this. Eric Weisberg does sitar. All the vocals are done by Chaka Khan. And Steve Ferrone on drums. Steve Ferrone kicks on sticks, I'm telling you. Unbelievable. This particular track, not only did Betty Carter, the great jazz singer Betty Carter, applaud this track and said that of all non-jazz artists out there, Chaka is the best out there. She said that hearing this. She said that woman could give me a run for my money. Okay? That's how great this track is. And because the vocal gymnastics on this, there's not a note that doesn't have a purpose. So it's not vocal gymnastics for gymnastics purpose. It serves each tune. It sounds like she's playing a trumpet. Sounds like she's playing a sax. Sounds like she's playing a trombone, with her voice. But it's her voice and her singing. Unreal. Not only that, but that track won, I guess, the 26th. I forget what year, but it won the Grammy. Okay, for best vocal arrangement for two or more voices. Yeah, it won a Grammy for that, and and deservedly so. You have to hear this track. You have to pick up this record so you can hear just that. If you're just a jazz head, pick it up for just that track. Jazz bums, check this out. It's amazing. Okay. After that, she's got this other funky tune, another mid-tempo tribute tune called "I'm Tied to You." I'm tied to your shit and twisted. It's a song about being obsessed with somebody. I'm twisted. Okay. Then she does a song called "So Not to Worry." It's a deeper track. These are two deep, Twisted and "So Not to Worry" are very deep tracks, like "Best in the West" would be. "So Not to Worry" is a great kind of mid to up tempo, very flowy, up feeling, soul funk type song, pop tune, and it's basically about infidelity all the way around. It's about two people who are having an infidelity type moment, but their spouses or their other halves are also infidel. So it's like, so not to worry, because like she's messing around on you, he's messing around on me, so we can mess around with each other. That kind of thing. That's basically what the song is going at. And so it's really cool. It's a really cool song, and she sings the crap out of that. And then the last tune is a driving dance tune, which should have been a big hit in the clubs. I would have played the crap out of it myself had I been DJing at that time. I would have turned the bass up on the sucker and just let it go. Pass It On, Sure Thing. It is a driving dance tune, but it's funky as all out. It's just so good. It's Pass It On, Sure Thing. Pasa lo está seguro. And yeah, it's just so freaking great. And that's how the song, it ends on a really tight, the tightest of tight dance tunes you could ever hear. It's so good. This record is so phenomenal. I mean, I remember when I first got this, my ex and I just sat home the whole weekend and played it over and over and over, and we just sat there smiling at each other like going, and I said, tickets, whenever she comes to town, tickets, we're going, because she's gonna murder us. It's such a great record. Such a great record. I know you're laughing because I'm so excited, but this is a great album. And I will, at the end of this video, I will attempt to play a little teeny bit of Bebop Medley so you can get a taste, just a little sliver, a little taste of what you will hear when you listen to this record, because you will listen to this record. I'm sure I'm endorsed it so much, I'm shielded so much that you're definitely going to go looking for this record. Look for it, find it, buy it, play it, you'll love it. Chaka Khan, self-titled. Sorry again that this came out of order, but it must be talked about, and this is the record to check out. Chaka Khan, 1982, Arif Martin, Warner Brothers, at the top of her game. Amazing record, Chaka Khan. Keep listening to great music, and always work out some Chaka Khan music. We're going to hear a little bit of Bebop Medley as we take you out. Keep listening to great music. Love you guys.